G'day folks, coming to you live today from the big watermelon here in Chinchilla. And no, I'm not talking about Emily, this big one behind us. We're currently on a road trip up to Queensland at the moment, and we're in Queensland. We've been on the road for a couple of days, but haven't recorded anything. We're going to start it today. I'll probably throw a couple of photos up of what we have been doing over the past couple of days, but today we're in Queensland and we're headed north. You want to tell them where we're going?
Yes, so as Max said, we're in Chinchilla, which is, if you don't know, it's like a little bit west of kind of like Brizzy, Sunshine Coast area in Queensland, and then we're going to be heading north all the way to Rockhampton and Yeppoon, and stopping in a lot of little towns along the way. But we stayed in Chinchilla last night and that was our first stop, and they're actually known for their melons. They're the melon capital of Australia. Apparently they produce 25% of the melons, but we're yet to see a melon, except this one.
Except
obviously.
This massive one here. Yeah, very excited for today's trip. We're going to a little campground up in a little town called Stanage. On the beach, hopefully we can camp right near the water. I've seen a lot of photos of it. It looks very nice, so hopefully it's as nice when we get there. Sorry about the trucks passing by. Hopefully it's nice when we get there, and I think should be a really good spot, a little bit off the grid for you, but excited to show you guys along there today.
Let's go.
Well, we made it to Rockhampton. It's very hot out here. We've just been driving all morning. We didn't really record anything because we didn't feel like you guys would be interested in the drive.
And there were no towns.
Yeah, and there was like hardly anything between here and there. But we're going to do a little bit more recording between here and where we plan to camp tonight. We've got another like couple hour drive. We're just here to get some supplies for tonight, and then we'll be off to the campground. But for now, we're getting out of the sun because it is stinking hot. You know, I just realised that this is the first time we're heading away together on camera. It's our first trip on this channel.
Is it?
Yeah, we've both gone together.
Yeah, I've been a busy working girl.
Been busy. We're busy behind the camera there. Oh, who knows? Have you been on those trips? Don't know.
Don't know.
It's looking pretty cool down here.
I like the mountain.
Really nice. The mountains in the back are quite nice. I like that. Railway crossing down the main street here.
It's funny because Sydney doesn't have any more railway crossings left in it.
Yeah. So basically the situation we have here is we don't have a fridge overnight. We have a fridge in the car that only works when the car's on. So every day we've been buying a bag of ice and throwing ice in the esky to keep everything cool overnight, and then throw it back in the fridge when we get on the car every day. We've been also going to the shops every single day to buy our food every day. It works pretty well because we're not going too far off grid, but that's the situation.
What are you doing?
Well,
It's a bit bright.
just had a flat tyre. No, I'm joking. I'm just having some air out of the tyres. We're about to hit the dirt road on our way into the campground. So I'm just getting some air out of the tyres to make it a bit of a smoother ride, and hopefully we aren't going to get a flat tyre because I'm doing this.
And for all of those who are rookies like myself and also you, why do we take air out of the tyre?
Just to get more like traction on the road, to be able to be able to have more grip on the road, and also just because it's not as smooth, I don't want it to be as hard. Like the chance of a rock piercing it is a lot higher if they're up at a higher, if they're tyres that are a higher pressure. So I'm just letting some out so they're a bit easier, you know, on the road. And it also helps out with your suspension as well.
Which, for anyone who's not a car person like me, suspension is like when you're doing this, like up and down, and you won't go up and down so much if you let the tyre pressure down. And what better place to do it than with the little cows. Oh no. You like every second of that.
Yeah, that must be good.
It's a free
What are you
camp.
up to?
Well, we made it to Stanage, and we checked out the free camps, and they're both kind of full, but this looks like someone's camped here before, and it's kind of in the free camps, but it's not quite flat, so I think we can get a flat bit here, but I'm using the rip-off Max Tracks to make it flat, and I think it's working, but it's not glamorous. But this is why it's free, because you got to make your own patch. But if I can get it flat, this will be our view for the rest of the night. We'll still have it, but it'll be further away. So I'm dedicated. Now go put it away while we get to work. Oh no. Okay, for once I had an idea that actually worked. Look. So, okay, it just looks like a tarp on the ground, but the tarp is the right size. It's actually a bit bigger than our tent, so we know that this area is going to work, which is lovely, and I'm very excited about it. So, let's put the tent up. Alright, let's do a little bit of a camp setup tour. So we've got the kitchen here. This is a gas stove, and we have this little gas thing. I don't even know what you call those. But basically we got this small one, which we thought you have to get a new one every time, but it turns out you can fill it just with LPG. And it's only 1.25 kilos. And it's really light, it's really small, it fits in the car. These are my baby wipes, so let me just close them before they get dry. Over here we have the sleeping quarters. We actually have both sides of our tent up because we're near the ocean, so it's actually a lovely breeze, which is a nice reprieve from the 37-degree day today. Obviously in there we have like our sleeping mat, sleeping bags, pillows, all that fun stuff. And if you can't understand what I'm saying, then that's because I'm really tired. Over here is going to become our loo later tonight. There is no toilets here, so we're going to get a loo with a view. So stay tuned. Actually don't, because we're not going to show you that. I'm just going to show you that that's the toilet seat. Alright, come on through to the lounge room, or the deck. It's a sunroom really. this is where we're going to sit and have our cheese platter tonight, looking over the view, the ocean. You can't actually swim in this ocean because you'll probably die. So it's good to be up here. There's actually people down there that you can hear, which kind of sucks, but anyways. Alright, I'm going to show you the car quickly because we showed you the car, I think, when nothing was in it, so I think it'll be helpful. This is where we store everything, most importantly, blue paper. We obviously have all our stuff that we wear in our bags up here. Some other key things, we always have garbage bags. We have these lights, which I really actually like. They've come in really handy because you often open this space at night and then you don't have to think of having a headlamp or whatever, although they've just fallen. This is a washing basket actually, but we use it for our utensils. And then in here it is like bits and bobs like hand soap and stuff. But that's pretty much the camping tour.
So if you're wondering what we're having for dinner tonight, we're having grilled pieces of salmon, some halloumi, and this beautiful salad that Emily's prepared.
It hasn't been shaken up yet.
But it still looks good. I like it. Halloumi and the salmon, you know. How can you complain? Again, after dark, we forgot to cook. We were too busy eating our cheese board. But this looks really nice and I'm starving. Just made it into bed, and tonight our nighttime routine is going to be watching a movie on Emily's iPad. Very luxe style of camping, but we enjoy it. It is very, very hot at the moment, very humid.
So sticky.
Inside the tent is hotter. There's a bit of a breeze, but you know, in the tent you don't get as much of it with the doors wide open. But hopefully we get some good sleep, but we're just going to watch a movie before bed.
Sorry, I just saw that bug. Ew.
We had to escape from the outside world into the tent very early tonight because there were bugs everywhere. But hopefully we sleep well, and see you guys in the morning.
Bye.
So,
Good morning.
how'd you sleep?
Terribly. You know, you win some, you lose some, but I think I could safely say for both of us that we only slept a couple of hours, maybe like 4, if lucky. Because a couple of reasons. One being, remember how we told you that there's people just over this cliff? They were up till, no joke, 4 a.m. Playing music like doof, 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 doof. Like, it honestly sounded like there was a club down there. And like singing. They started to quiet down at 4, but what's amazing is that like we can still hear them talking now, and it's like 6:30 or something. So big night. And it was freaking hot. It got to a low of 27, but the humidity was so intense, and there's this lovely breeze. But what we realized with our tent is that for some reason the breeze wasn't like really coming through, and I think it's because our fly screen is too dense, which is good because like no bugs, but we were sweating our butts off all night. So I'm definitely feeling a bit rusty this morning. You can probably see I look a bit rusty, but anyways, I think we'll get coffee and we'll make breakfast, and hopefully that'll make me feel more alive. Hi folks, so we have just left Stanage. Michael is currently out there doing a drone shot, which I'm sure will be in the video, so you'll see it. But we made our coffee and breakfast. We made egg and bacon wraps. We didn't film it because we were just like get in, get out. Because we have like 2 hours back down to Rockhampton, and we want to visit Yeppoon, and then we have to get to Agnes waters before 6 tonight to check in. And yeah, so come with us. Let's go.
we're just putting air back in the tyres because we've come off the dirt road and back onto the bitumen. So airing up the tyres. Got our air compressor there into our battery. Yeah, we haven't got a 12 volt in this car, so we haven't got an inbuilt air compressor, but that one's pretty easy, and just for how much we actually have to use it, fairly straightforward. How's the water?
So good.
Okay, so update here folks, the plans have changed. Originally we were going to Agnes Waters tonight, which was like a
3-hour drive?
3-hour drive from here, but we've already come
Which
2
we're in
hours.
Yeppoon, by the way.
Yeah, we're in Yeppoon at the moment. We've come like 2 hours from where we camped last night, come down south. And we're originally meant to go another 3 hours to get to Agnes Waters tonight, but once we got to Yeppoon, we've actually really enjoyed it here.
You know what, I love it here.
And we love it. Considering the vibe last night wasn't that great, we think we're in a nice spot here, so we're planning to stay another night.
And we found somewhere, which does mean we're actually booked in somewhere in Agnes Waters tonight and tomorrow night, but you know, when in Yeppoon, you got to do what you got to do. So as I was saying, we booked somewhere in Agnes Waters and it was $40. But we decided that when in Yeppoon, we'll just cop the $40 and stay here tonight. So we're staying somewhere like 10 minutes from here or something.
Yeah.
So it should be good. And
yeah, it should be nice. Had a camping site booked for tonight and tomorrow in Agnes Waters, but we'll head there tomorrow, so we've still got tomorrow night there. And we just booked a little camp spot here. Should be pretty cool, but it's been a really nice spot here. As you've seen, we were already in the pool by the beach because you can't really swim in the ocean behind us, but ocean pool's really cool.
Yeah, so now we're just walking to go get lunch, so because we're starving. Is Kui Bay, which is just outside of Yeppoon, but we are on our way to a lychee farm actually, and we're going to take the scenic route, which is across the water, before our campsite tonight. And we honestly love Yeppoon. I think that it has to be probably one of my favourite spots that I've ever visited, and we visited a lot of little towns, so I'm very happy to be here.
It's Emily's seal of approval.
It does. I would move here. It smells so good. That looks so good.
Apparently we're in the land of the pineapple, so we're going to have ourselves the pineapple. I'm going to slice it and dice him here, see if there's any juice, any good. Fresh pineapples.
Now while you're cutting, do you want to tell the people where we are?
Where are we? I guess, what's the name of this place?
Tandy.
On a little farm stay here. We're just going to be having our tent behind us at the moment.
Currently sunny, so we're going to wait till it cools down.
Currently sunny, yeah. We're meant to get a storm tonight, but we're unsure. All over the place at the moment, so we soon we'll find out. Hey.
This is our farm stay. We're just having a bit of a sit at the moment.
So after that last little bit of Emily usually floating around in the pool, it all went downhill to there.
All went to shit. You want to explain on that?
Basically, we saw these clouds rolling in. There is no storm predicted. We went to go make our dinner, and then halfway through making our dinner, the wind just picked up. We were having burgers, our lettuce flew off. And so we quickly put it all together and jumped into the car, and then lightning inside. Stuff started happening. So luckily we're staying at a gift camp, and the owner was very, very nice and came out and said, I can't let you stay in this. They're predicting a pretty bad storm. And obviously being in a tent when there's lightning is not safe. So yeah, they let us to stay in their spare bed for the night, free of charge, see their shower in their bathroom, and stay inside away from the wet, which is lovely.
He did promise us that he wasn't an axe murderer, which
Yeah.
Nice to know, but we are still here to sell the tale, which signs.
And we're coming to you for Rockhampton.
Yeah.
So you want a special why?
yeah, we're down again still for another night now. It's meant to be a big storm again this afternoon. They're actually predicting it to be worse than yesterday. So we don't know. It's New Year's Eve today, so we've just booked into a motel tonight. We're very glad that we could actually get a motel place anywhere here, on New Year's Eve, because everyone's around it, and 4 places were almost all this out. So we had to make sure we were able to get a place, and now we're going to go there tonight. So we're going to stick around here. But it's a little bit easier here, and there's a lot more stuff around to do.
Yeah. And we're going to let you go because clouds are again rolling in and we're feeling some spits. So before last night covering again, we're going.
So Emily and I were having a chat last night about whether we think it's better to go with a free camp or a paid campsites around the place. Because I feel like we've had a lot of bad experiences with free camps, but we've had a lot of amazing experiences when we actually do pay for a campsite. There's obviously ups and downs. When you do pay, it's like secured in, you actually have a spot. But then also like the downside, like last night, we already had a campsite, but then we moved to a different one because it was meant to be a big storm, meant to rain, and we didn't want to drive to the camp spot, but we already had it booked in. So then, you're a lot more locked into where you actually have to go. How do you feel?
Well, a couple of things. I think that also the fact that we had somewhere booked last night was good, because if that was a free campsite, we wouldn't have had anyone to save our asses, and it would have been either a very long night, or we would have been packing it up and sleeping upright in the car. Secondly, as you can probably tell, I wouldn't say the finer things because they're really not that fine, but I think for me to do camping long term, I have to have some creature comforts. And I think one big thing I've realised is I really like having accessibility to a shower and things like that. And I think every free camp we've been at most have had a toilet but not a shower.
Yeah. And so for those interested, last night we paid $35 for that campground, for that hip camp, because he had bathroom, he had a shower, everything,
Pool.
and he had a pool, he had a bar, everything there, which was really cool. But then he allowed us to stay in his house for absolutely free in the spare bedroom, which, was amazing. And you wouldn't be able to have that if you were just at a free camp out in the middle of nowhere. Obviously very different for us camping in a tent. For those camping in a van, a caravan, it's probably okay to head to a free camp and you can pretty much just stop anywhere. But for us, we do need actually grass and other amenities. So it's really nice to know that we have that sort of stuff. But anyway guys, I think that is where we're going to end this video. As we said, we're in a motel tonight, so we're not going to be heading up to much. But we are up early tomorrow for New Year's Day, hoping to go out nice and early for sunrise tomorrow if it is a nice day. So we'll start you up on a new video then. So make sure you stick around for that one.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year everyone. Bye.